Everybody, 6:30 a.m. on this Tuesday. It's August 5th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield in for Darlene. Adele is watching an issue on the Cross Island Parkway, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with today's forecast. We can see the haze.
I know.
Shot, right?
I know. We're kind of missing the bright blue sky already. Along with that, we do have some actual cloud cover, but visibility is down there as we're trying to peek through some of this haze. Once again, Canadian wildfire smoke partly to blame for that view right there. Looking at the radar and satellite picture, nothing on the radar, but plenty of cloud cover still out there. We've got 60 at Sussex, 68 in Bridgeport, Freehold now at 59 degrees, and we're sitting at 72 in the city. We do have air quality alerts posted. Hudson Valley, the city, parts of Long Island and Connecticut. New Jersey not in it right now, but we'll still have the haze there too. Just may not meet that criteria. We'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, warm today and a little muggier compared to the last few. By 1 o'clock, 85 degrees. We're headed up to 87, 78 degrees with some peaks of sun through the day. So overall, a pretty quiet and pleasant evening. By 7 p.m., again, 78 degrees then. All right, 6:31. Now let's check out the traffic situation. Adele, what's going on?
We've got a few things going on. Couple updates too. First up, Cross Island Parkway northbound. This crash is on the ramp to exit 30 for the LIE, but it is already causing some pretty heavy slowdowns through the area. Delays are heading all the way back, cutting off just before the Belt Parkway. We'll, of course, keep you posted on that. Heading a little further north here to the George Washington Bridge, inbound to the upper level approach. We do have a crash involving a tractor trailer there. Expect to see about 20-minute delays here on the inbound side, 20 to 25 minutes actually. And of course, we will keep you posted on that as well. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you very much. Now,
and with Maria LaRosa now with a look around the boroughs.
Yeah, and everyone giving us that hazy view from Brooklyn at 73, Staten Island 64 with those hazy skies, 72 in Queens, and Bronx right now sitting at 63 with those hazy conditions. And it's going to be another warm one today. We can see those temperatures dip during the rest of the week when they rebound in the 10-day forecast.
We'll see you then. Still ahead.
We're going to head into Staten Island now on the expressway here eastbound by exit 11 for Bradley Avenue. We've got a crash taking out a lane coming up in a few minutes. We're going to tell you just how bad those delays are looking and also give you an update on that Cross Island accident. Here's a live look outside right now onto the Grand Central Parkway over by LaGuardia Airport. Jen, Michael, still looking pretty good.
All right, Adele, thanks. And you can watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. Activities there. Hopefully they'll have some good weather for that tonight, Maria.
Yeah, things are really quiet. It just doesn't look great, right? We don't have this bright blue sky. There's still a lot of smoky haze. So it's definitely one of the headlines for the next few, actually, is smokiness from the Canadian wildfires still present in our air as air quality alerts are up again today. Otherwise quiet. We do expect some heat and humidity to build back, though, by next week. So we've got a couple nice days ahead of us. 72 now at Central Park. And speaking of humidity, it is up compared to this time yesterday. So if you stepped outside already, you probably feel it. 77 degrees through 10 a.m., 85 through 1 o'clock, on our way up to 87. So definitely a warm one, above average. Temperature still in the mid 70s straight through this evening. By about 9 o'clock, 75 degrees. We do anticipate rain-free skies here the next few days. We are pretty close to this area of low pressure and it bringing all of that heavy rain through the mid-Atlantic and the Delmarva, at least the northern fringe of it. So what we're looking at too, next couple days, more cloud cover. Certainly tomorrow, I think one of the cloudier days this week. And it's also going to help keep us a little bit cooler. East winds adding to that. 81 for tomorrow's high. You can see relatively cool compared to today through Saturday into the low 80s. By the time we get to the end of the weekend, humidity is a little bit more of a factor. And so you can see, feels like temperature is a little bit more of an issue. Not looking at any extreme heat, but definitely more summery than the next few days. And you can see the added chance for some showers and thunderstorms. So it may be a bit before we really have to dust off those umbrellas and dodge those showers and storms. 87 degrees today, a mix of sun and clouds. Southeast winds will be light. And then overnight tonight down to 70 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. It does stay rain free, but we'll definitely see more cloudiness for tomorrow. That east wind keeping us cool too. 81 degrees for the high. That sunset at 8:05. We've got 81 degrees by Thursday, but this time the clouds are going the other way. So we'll see increasing sunshine for the afternoon. So it looks really good. Feels great for Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, not too bad. A nice summer weekend. And then you see those temperatures start approaching closer to 90 degrees for at least the first half of next week. Along with that, some showers and storms, and then overnight low temperatures bouncing back up into the mid 70s. All right, 6:47 now. Adele, what's going on out there?
We've got a lot going on. If you are heading onto the Cross Island Parkway here northbound by exit 30 for the LIE, we've got a crash blocking the off-ramp to the LIE. We're going to head outside right now to Chopper 4, giving us a closer look onto that. It actually looks like it's in the process of wrapping up. The car is on the tow truck and it is moving along there. Fire department, police still on the scene. And for now, you can expect to see some delays here, slowdowns in pockets going all the way back, cutting off just before the Belt Parkway. We will, of course, let you know when that all wraps up. Heading onto the Clearview Expressway now, northbound into the LIE. We've also got an accident there blocking a lane, and the Staten Island Expressway eastbound by Bradley Avenue. A crash blocks a couple of lanes here with delays back to the Goethals Bridge, but that earlier accident at the George has cleared out. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you very much. 6:48 now.
Good morning, and thank you so much for streaming with us. It is Tuesday, August 5th. I'm Jen Maxfield in for Darlene.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is here tracking our roads and rails. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa. What happened, Maria? Like all of a sudden,
I know.
the city disappeared under the fog and haze.
I know. There's a lot of smokiness in the sky. Yeah, for good reason. That's why we have those air quality alerts are up, because it's not just up in the sky, right, where that you see that color change, but also close to ground level here. And so those air quality alerts for parts of the city, parts of Long Island and Hudson Valley into Connecticut. New Jersey not technically in it, so we'll keep an eye on that. That may change, just that haze is really everywhere. The cloud and radar picture showing we also have some clouds, nothing on the radar, so the umbrella stays home once again today. All in all, a warm afternoon ahead. May even notice a little bit more in that humidity, at least compared to yesterday. 85 degrees by 1 o'clock, on our way up to 87. We'll see a few breaks in that overcast from time to time. It's not unpleasant, just a grayer than the last couple of days here. And we'll see mostly cloudy skies into the overnight as temperatures dip back down close to 70 tomorrow morning. All right, let's see how things are shaping up traffic-wise. Adele, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to everyone streaming with us. Let's start things off here with our rails. Your 2 and 3 trains continue to skip Clark Street both ways. That's because of that awning collapse. On top of that, if you are heading out the door right now, your G, L, N, and Q trains, you can expect to see delays and service changes. And onto the roadways here, Throgs Neck Bridge, Queensbound, we do have some midday construction here, closing down a couple lanes, already seeing a tight ride through the area. Stick to the Whitestone Bridge instead. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you so much. We want to get to this developing health. It's hazy outside. Let's check in with Maria and see what's happening with the temperatures.
Yeah, we're going to start off in the 60s and low 70s right now from Elizabeth, Hackensack, New Rochelle, Stamford, and Rockaway. You can see by 5 p.m. still some sunshine breaking out, but it'll be a warm one, mid to upper 80s today, along with some increased humidity today, tomorrow. Got some pleasant days to end the week, but heat and humidity builds next week. Those details in the 10-day.
All right, still to come, the newly discovered fault line.
Have an update coming up on our rail situation, but if you are heading out the door right now onto the BQE eastbound side over by exit 27, Fort Atlantic Avenue, a crash takes out 2 lanes, delays back to the Belt Parkway merge. We're going to take a live look outside right now onto those delays. Coming up in a few minutes, we've also got an update on what's going to slow you down on the roads throughout your day. You're watching Today New York.
See what's happening outside this morning.
In the next 10,000 years, Maria.
Yeah,
That's the really long-term forecast.
Yeah, it's a long-term outlook for sure. But yeah, it's always interesting to kind of place that fault line just to show you how close it is to New York City. So that Ramapo fault line can almost draw 287 down there as well. But interesting that they have now named this fault, not so new, but new to us. Otherwise, we're looking at a pretty quiet weather picture for us. Yes, definitely the hazy skies. We've got more clouds. We still have the smokiness and air quality concerns as well. But again, overall, it's still going to be comfortably warm. Starting to see a little bit more humidity today. We've got 81 at 11 a.m., 86 by 2 p.m. on our way up to 87 today. Right about 78 degrees through 7 p.m. So it won't be totally without sun, but more clouds than yesterday. But yeah, that smoke is ever present. Still dealing with it this morning and into this afternoon. The darker shades of that yellow, looking at that higher concentration of the smoke, and you can sort of see waves of it even through Thursday. So So that'll be something that we'll be talking about for the next few days. We may not see as much as a haze right up in the sky. Obviously, it's pretty close to ground level too with that haze because of the clouds. We see more of that today, even a few spotty showers, especially north into the Hudson Valley possible. But overall, we're just looking at a kind of a grayer day into tomorrow. And finally, a few more breaks in that overcast starting early on Thursday, setting us up for a nice end to the week. But look how close that area of low pressure is. We're seeing some of that cloud cover come back at us by the weekend. For now, we're on the northern fringe of that rainfall, which is persistent and very consistent here through the mid-Atlantic and the Delmarva the next few days. So enjoy. We've got 87 degrees. Some of the hazy sun trying to break through today, down to 70 overnight tonight with mostly cloudy skies. 81 for tomorrow. There's that east wind along with the cloud cover, keeping temperatures down a bit, up to 81. That's it. We've got that again for Thursday. By Friday and Saturday, we're talking low to mid 80s. So overall, a nice summer weekend. It'll feel like summer again in kind of peak heat here, closer to 90 degrees for most of the early part of next week with higher humidity and a few more chances for storms. All right, Adele, what's going on out there? How many delays?
We have a lot of delays. If you are heading out the door right now to your rails, a quick update. 2 and 3 trains continue to skip Clark Street both ways. This is because of that awning collapse. I don't foresee this clearing up anytime soon. So this is something you're going to have to plan ahead for your commute today. If you are making your way onto the roads later today, George Washington Bridge inbound upper level, 3 lanes will be closed off from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Always causes delays during the early morning hours. Throgs Neck Bridge, Queensbound, also expect to see a couple lanes closed off for construction. An alternate side is in effect for today. Jen, back to you.
Adele, thank you.